Hi everybody, this is Lisa, and it's time again for another Verbling class. In this hour, we're going to be having a reading class. So if you have a reservation for this class, hi Aisha, how are you? Welcome again. Hi. If you have a reservation, you can go ahead and get your reservation by clicking on the blue button. If you do not have a reservation, you can get a reservation now in the first 2 minutes of this class, so you can make sure that you are in the class. Otherwise, you can wait until the green button appears, and it's the Join Class button. And then we're going to be doing some reading. It's a little bit different tonight. I decided not to do a big, long article that's maybe a little difficult. Instead, I tried to find some movie reviews, so I found 2 movie reviews, and it actually is pretty full of lots of phrases and kind of slang English, informal English, so it might be kind of fun to read, and it'll give you a different style of reading, and also different words, of course, different type of vocabulary. And we have 2. One that's a movie review that the guy liked, a movie that the guy liked, and then another movie review where the writer did not like it. So we'll compare and see what those look like. So if you want to read about this, then you can come in by clicking on the Join Class button in just a minute. I'm going to post the link to the website where I found these reviews at the top of the Verbling chat, but now I put them into a Google Doc so we can all follow them with a bigger font, and people can see it on the screen if they want also. So if you want to go check that out, you can click on the link now. And otherwise, we're going to welcome people into the Google Hangout. We can have up to 9 people in the Google Hangout with us. Hi, Arthur. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How are you doing?
Good. How's California?
Oh, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, I'm from California, you know.
Yeah, but these few days are cloudy here.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's not so hot. It's cool. I like it.
Good.
And excuse me, where you live in California?
No, I'm from California originally. I grew up in Fresno, California. It's in the valley, about 3 hours north of Los Angeles.
Yeah, I know that. It's very a lot of healthy organic fruits and vegetables in Fresno.
Yeah,
I know. Here in
agricultural.
downtown, there's a place they're bringing the vegetables and selling from Fresno, and I'm always buying from there. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, lots of farms in Fresno. But now I live in Washington State, so I've been living in Washington for over 10 years now. So I moved up here 10 years ago. But I go to California a lot, though.
Washington is more crowded than California?
No.
It's calm?
Washington does not have as many people as California. Washington, in Seattle area, has a lot of people, but everywhere else, no. I live in a small town. It's only 9,000 people.
Oh, wow. It's too small.
That's small.
There's a lot of businesses here in Washington, like in a street, I can remember the street name. There's a high building and a lot of businesses there.
Yeah. In Seattle, near Seattle, there's Microsoft and Boeing and big businesses like that. So.
Yeah, cool. A lot of money there.
Yeah, some. Okay, I'm going to welcome everybody. Hi, Yada. How are you doing?
Hi, Lisa. I'm great. What about you?
Pretty good. You're not too tired?
Yes, I'm tired.
Yes, too tired.
I always tired.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I'm tired too.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Kids
have
and
the same problem.
situation, yes. We have
Yeah,
kids and work, yes.
exactly.
Okay, wonderful. Elisa, how are you doing?
Hi, Lisa. Long time no see.
I know, long time no see. With Yada too, I
Eh,
haven't seen you guys for a while. How have you been?
Fine, thanks. Tomorrow here we have a holiday for the Labor Day,
Uh-huh.
so it's
Oh,
good. A free day. Yeah.
oh, cool. So you don't have to work tomorrow.
No, like
Good.
luckily, no.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can stay up later.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
Nice. Okay, wonderful. And Daniel, how are you doing? Daniel?
Hello,
Hi there. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Good.
And you?
Daniel, where are you from?
I come from China, and I'm living in Beijing now.
Where are you living?
Beijing, the
Oh,
capital city.
in Beijing. Okay, good.
Okay.
And Arthur's here from living in California, and Aisha's here in Montreal. And we have one more person, Marcos. Hi, Marcos. How are you with the dog, the yawning dog?
Hi, teacher.
Hi.
I am dog.
Okay, great. Okay, so as I mentioned before, we're going to read something different than I usually do. Usually I do kinds of news articles, things that are happening in the world. Today we read an article about people who want to get rid of landfills and incinerators and want to solve the world's trash problem. But I figured we would do something a little different, and it's going to be reading a couple of movie reviews. So I'm going to put those in the screen share. I have not seen these movies yet, so I'm wondering if either of you guys or any of you guys have seen the movies. The first movie is Iron Man 3. Has anybody seen that movie yet? Anybody?
Oh,
No.
The Avengers?
You saw the Avengers before, yeah?
Yes,
Did you ever
yes.
see Iron Man 1 or Iron Man 2?
No, no, really.
Nope,
Just
nope.
the Avengers.
Just the
Because
Avengers.
I don't like the actor. What's his name?
Robert Downey
Robert
Jr.
Downey Jr.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't like him?
No.
Well, that's a good reason not to watch the movie. I
Yeah.
also have not seen the Iron Man movies 1 and 2, but my sons have seen them and they like them, and also their grandpa and their dad. You know, I think it's more appealing to guys probably. So it's an action movie. So hi
Yeah.
Amparo, how are you? Coming in, so it takes a while. What were you gonna say, Yada?
Yes, my son loved the Avengers movie,
Uh-huh.
so I had to want to saw that movie.
Yeah. You want
Yeah,
yeah.
that is the only reason that I watched that movie.
Okay, right, yeah. Sometimes mothers have to do things like that.
Yeah.
Right. I know my son, he asked me last night if I wanted to play Minecraft with him. It's a computer game. I don't know if you guys are familiar with. It's called Minecraft, and I said, no, not really. It's something for the boys to do. Okay. Anyways, I think we're not full in our class, so if you are watching, then you can join. Antonio, if you want to join, just click on the Join Class button. We have room for up to 9 people in the class. And even though we are not so familiar with this movie, Iron Man 3, I think it's still going to be good for English learning and practicing our English reading skills, because it's going to be some vocabulary and some English phrases and things that probably will be new for you. So there's definitely going to be some learning happening. So I'm going to start. So this is a movie review of Iron Man 3. With the Avengers, Marvel Studios completed the first phase of one of the most ambitious franchises in film history, and they did so in spectacular fashion. The Avengers is a tough act to follow, but rather than faltering under extreme expectations, Shane Black's Iron Man 3 does the exact opposite. It soars higher than its title character. Okay, Aisha, you want to read that?
Yes. With the Avengers, Marvel Studios completed the first phase of one of the most ambitious franchises in film history, and they did so in spectacular fashion. The Avengers is a tough act to follow, but rather than faltering under extreme expectation, Shane Black's Iron Man 3 does the exact opposite. It soars higher than its title character.
Okay, great. So I'm going to go through, I'll remind you guys, if you want me to tell you what some of the words mean or something, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to pick out some things just to make sure you probably understand what's going on. So the Avengers, like Yada was saying, that's the name of another that you guys have probably heard about, another like action hero movie, which I also did not see. And it's created by Marvel Studios. So Marvel Comics was the original company that created the comic books, Superman and all that. And now they have Marvel Studios, which is making the movies. And they did a first phase. So that's like the first step in some kind of project. And it looks like what they're doing is they're having an ambitious franchise. The word ambitious means you're really going for something big. You're not doing something little, but if you are an ambitious person, you want to become wealthy probably, you want to become famous, you want to be successful. So they're trying to create a franchise. That means like lots of movies all from their studio. So the Avengers, the Iron Man 1, 2, now 3, okay? Spectacular. So if you do something in a spectacular fashion, it's like in a wonderful way. It's the way that you do it, and spectacular just means awesome, fabulous, amazing, something like that. And if you are a tough act to follow, that's what the Avengers is, a tough act to follow. It was really good. So a lot of times if you have a really good movie or a good story, sometimes it's hard to make another one come out later that's just as good. But what this person who is reviewing the movie said is that rather than, so that means like they didn't actually, rather than faltering, which means falling, messing up under extreme expectations, it succeeded. So it actually did do a good job of being even better than the Avengers. He says it soars higher. So birds soar, it means fly. And when you describe something as something soaring high, it means it just really did very well. So it's better even than the title character, which is the guy that Yada doesn't like, Robert Downey Jr. Okay. Different from any previous superhero movie, Iron Man 3 is essentially a massive scale, high-tech detective story that has Tony Stark / Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., investigating a series of attacks that link to his past, leading him to go toe-to-toe with the Mandarin, Sir Ben Kingsley, the leader of a terrorist group known as the Ten Rings. Okay, Amparo?
Okay. Different from any previous superhero movie, Iron Man 3 is essentially a massive-scale, high-tech detective story that has Tony Stark / Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., investigating a series of attacks that link to his past, leading him to go toe-to-toe with the Mandarin, Sir Ben Kingsley, the leader of a terrorist group known as the Ten Rings.
Yeah. Okay, so different from any previous. So previous is something that's gone before. So any other superhero movie that came before Iron Man. And it is essentially, so that another word for essentially could be like it is basically. So it's a massive scale. Massive scale means huge, high tech. I think you know what that means. Detective story. And what he's doing is investigating some attacks that link. So what happens when he's investigating these attacks, they somehow, we don't know, bring up his past. So somehow there's some kind of a link or connection to his past that leads him. So it's leading him means it makes him, or that's where it takes him. These investigations take him to toe-to-toe. Sometimes we say head-to-head, but toe-to-toe, they're probably going to have some kind of fight with this guy. The Mandarin is the character's name. The actor is Sir Ben Kingsley, but the character is the Mandarin, and he's known as the leader of this group. Okay, leaving behind the suit versus suit formula and the excessive world building that hurt Iron Man 2, the new sequel delivers a fresh, fascinating look at the hero, an exciting original adventure that's 130 minutes of pure entertainment. Okay, Arthur?
Yeah.
You want to read that?
Where I should read, it's impressive to watch.
No, leaving behind the suit.
Leaving behind the suit, we see suit formula and the excessive world building that hurt Iron Man 2. The new sequel delivers a fresh, fascinating look at the hero, an exciting original adventure at 130 minutes of pure entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment.
Entertainment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm leaving behind. So that means they're talking in the last movie, Iron Man 2. They had a suit versus suit formula. So these were the heroes in their suits or whatever fighting. I didn't see the movie, so I don't know exactly what it is, but that's suit versus suit formula. But they left it behind. That means they didn't do the same thing in this movie. They did something better. Because according to this guy, this type of stuff, the suit versus suit formula and the excessive world building hurt Iron Man is good. He thinks Iron Man 3 is better. So the new sequel delivers. It means it gives us, it delivers to the audience is what they mean. A fresh and fascinating. So fascinating is like interesting. You get to see the hero of the movie, the character, the main character, in a new light. You get to see him in a new way, actually. So it's exciting, and that's what adventure movies are supposed to be like, or action movies. It's adventurous, and it's over 2 hours long, so 130 minutes. And whenever we describe something as pure, we say pure entertainment, or pure fun, or pure drama, or whatever we say, it means just like that's all it is. It's just packed full of entertainment. And there's nothing else. You don't have to think about drama or comedy. It's just good entertainment. So that's what that means, pure whatever you say. It's impressive to watch Downey Jr. hop back into the character who is very much a changed man in Iron Man 3. Deeply affected by the alien invasion and destruction featured at the end of the Avengers. Everything we love about Tony Stark is back. From his tremendous ingenuity to his smart-ass attitude, but Black layers in Stark's changed...
I am my parents' daughter.
...altered values, particularly as they pertain to his relationship with Gwyneth Paltrow's Pepper Potts, and surprising vulnerability. Okay. So, I think we had some people join us. Ansh and Edinson, hi there. I'm going to keep going with the people who've been here, and then I'll come to you guys. Daniel, why don't you read that for us? It's impressive.
Okay. It's impressive to watch Downey Jr. hop back into the character, who is very much a changed man in Iron Man 3. Deeply affected by alien invasion and destruction featured at the end of the Avengers. Everything we love about Tony Stark is back, from his tumultuous
Daniel, your microphone is kind of going in and out. It makes it hard to hear. I don't know if
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay.
better. That's better. Yeah.
From his promotions, you can new to his smart attitude. The black layers in stacks change the perspective, alter the values, particular as the pertain to his relationship with the nation, cultures, pepper pots, describing the
Vulnerability.
vulnerability.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of hard to understand you just because your microphone was going in and out. Okay, I'll say go over some words here. So it's impressive. If something is impressive, it means it's just like wow, you're really you're kind of blown away, or you like what you're seeing, but you can't believe it. So you just like it, I guess. It's impressive to watch the actor Robert Downey Jr. hop back into character. So that means just get back into character because correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Iron Man is part of the Avengers. Is that right? Iron Man is one of the superheroes in the Avengers. Yada?
Iron Man?
Yeah, isn't he in the Avengers? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that's what
Avengers.
this is talking about here, is that at the end of the movie, the Avengers, something happened to Iron Man, so he was deeply affected by the alien invasion. If you are deeply affected by something, that means it really had an impact on you. It really made you feel something. And so I guess in the end of the Avengers movie, there was an alien invasion and a bunch of destruction. So that was something that really affected his character. So so when he's back now in his own movie, Iron Man 3, that is coming through in the movie. We see how that impacted him, or how that touched him, or how that affected his character. Everything we love about Tony Stark, so Tony Stark is Iron Man, is back. So he has a tremendous means a lot, of ingenuity. Ingenuity means very quick-witted, and he comes up with new ideas or things to figure out really fast. And he has a smart-ass attitude. So you guys can imagine what that means. He probably has comebacks to everything people say, and he's probably witty and maybe funny, but also kind of a little bit edgy.
I have sons and daughters.
Yeah, Edinson, what is that? But black layers in Stark's changed perspective. So he's had some altered values. Altered means changed. So maybe he was changed because of the alien invasion, and also his relationship with the actress Gwyneth Paltrow's character, Pepper Potts. And surprising vulnerability. If you're vulnerable, it means you allow people to know how you feel. And so maybe in this movie he's feeling a little bit more vulnerable, and we understand how, like, his sadness maybe, or we see him, feel different feelings like that. So a mere mention of the events in New York is enough to send him. That's talking about what happened to the Avengers, I think. A mere mention of the events in New York is enough to send him into a hardcore panic attack that has him rushing for his armor. And you have genuine empathy for him, both because of how much we've seen him go through and Downey's fine performance, his best in a Marvel movie yet. Okay, Edinson?
Okay, teacher.
Great.
Read a mere mention of the events in New York is enough to send him into a hardcore panic attack that has him rushing for this armor. And you have genuine empathy for him, but because of how much we've seen him go through and Downey's fine performance, his best in a Marvel movie yet.
Yeah. Edinson, did you see Iron Man 1 or 2 or the Avengers?
Repeat, teacher, excuse me.
Yeah, have you seen these movies, the Avengers or Iron Man?
No, teacher, isn't my favorite movies. My,
Yeah,
no, it's not my
not your
style
style.
of movie favorite.
Okay. All right, good. All right, so a mere mention. So even just mentioning, which means saying something about what happened in New York, brings him, sends him into. So that's a phrasal verb there. I mean, it makes him have a hardcore, like a serious panic attack when you have an attack because you still have so much nervousness or anxiety, which sends him rushing for going to get his armor, the stuff that protect him. And you, meaning the audience, when you're watching this movie, have genuine, real empathy. So you feel for him, and you maybe you feel sad for him or something. You really understand what's going on for him because of the fine performance. That means the good acting that Robert Downey Jr. is doing. And according to this reviewer, his best yet. So far, it's been his best performance. Paltrow also shines as her character's relationship with Tony reaches deeper levels than we've ever seen before. And she even gets her chance at some kick-ass action. Same for Don Cheadle's James Rhodes, who finds a story beyond Tony Stark by serving the U.S. government as Iron Patriot. Without saying too much, as the layers to their characters are best discovered on the big screen, both Kingsley and Guy Pearce, as rival industrialist genius Aldrich Killian, are excellent antagonists for Tony on all levels. It should be on all levels. Personally, professionally, and heroically. All right, that's quite a bit there. Okay. Julissa, go ahead and read that, please.
Okay. Paltrow also shines as her character's relationship with Tony reaches deeper levels than we've ever seen before, and she even gets her chance at some kick-ass action. Same for Don Cheadle's James Rhodes, who finds a story beyond Tony Stark by serving the U.S. government as Iron Patriot. Without saying too much, as the layers to their characters are best discovered on the big screen, both Kingsley and Guy Pearce as rival industrialist genius Aldrich Killian are excellent antagonists for Tony on all levels, personally, professionally, and heroically.
Yeah, good. So now the reviewer is just going into some of the other characters
Yet my father are brothers.
Besides Iron Man. So Paltrow also shines. That means she does a good job. She stands out in the movie as her character's relationship with Tony reaches deeper levels. So
It's between my brother and my sister.
the relationship is getting much more serious. And she gets her chance at some kick-ass action. So the word kick-ass, just very informal slang way of saying like really good, awesome action. If you want to say something is awesome, you can use the word kick-ass. All right, and some other of these characters, they're also having some good roles and good storylines for them. But the reviewer doesn't want to tell us too much because there are many layers to characters and best discovered. So he wants you to see them on the big screen. The big screen is obviously the screen that you watch the movie on. That's what we call it. And then Kingsley and Guy Pearce, they're the two antagonists. So they're the people that are against Iron Man. So and he's saying that they did a great job too. All right. If there's any actor that gets the short stick, it's Rebecca Hall as Maya Hansen, an old flame of Tony's, who invents a revolutionary medical serum called Extremis that winds up being an integral part of the plot. The truth is, however, that her character serves her purpose in the story and can't really be called underwritten. It's just a small part. Okay, Milton, you joined us. Antonio, do you want to read?
Okay.
Great.
Okay. If there are any actor that get the show stick, is Rebecca Hall as Maya Hansen, an old flay of Tony's who invents a revolutionary medical serum called extremis that
winds up. Yeah, winds up.
winds up being an integral part of the plot. The truth is, however, that her character serves her purpose in the history and can really be called underwriting. It's just a small part.
Yeah, great. There's lots of stuff in this one little paragraph here. Okay, so if there's any actor that gets the short stick, all right, so that's an English expression right there. If you get the short stick, that means you didn't get a very good something, whatever it is. So in this case, it's a good part in a movie. If you get, sometimes you might hear it as, I got the short end of the stick. That is also the way you say it. So it's a phrase that means you didn't get the best part. You got the worst part. So she didn't get a very good part, is what this guy's saying. Because she invented, though, in the movie, her character, some revolutionary, so something that's going to be very impactful for change, something, a medical serum, some kind of something. And here's another word that it winds up being. So when something winds up being, it means it ends up. So it becomes an integral part of the plot. So an integral is a very important of the plot. The plot is the storyline, what's happening in the movie. So even though it's a small part, it looks like it's kind of an important part. And he's saying that the truth is her character serves her purpose in the story and can't really be called underwritten. So sometimes they describe the characters as being underwritten. They didn't really get a good part. They didn't get good dialogue maybe, or they didn't have very much going on. But that's not really the case with this character. It's just a small part, even an important part to the plot. So there's a lot of expressions in that one little paragraph there. Iron Man 3 is the first movie that Black has done. So he's the director, Black, has done in 8 years, and only his second in 17 years. But is proof positive that true talent doesn't go away. The writer-director's greatest strengths, honed by decades in the action genre, flawlessly match the pre-established world and tone of the Iron Man franchise. Okay, yeah, that's...
Iron Man 3 is the first movie that Black has done in 8 years and only his second in 17 years. But it's proof positive that true talent doesn't go away. The writer-director's greatest strengths, honed by decades in the action genre, flawlessly match the pre-established world and tone of the Iron Man
franchise.
Yeah.
So Iron Man 3. Okay, so it's the first movie that this guy Black has done in 8 years and in 17 years. So he's only made 2 years, but it is proof positive. So that's a way just saying that it shows you that he really is a good director, that he has talent, and it doesn't go away. Okay. Yeah, his greatest strengths. Whenever you describe somebody that and you want to talk about greatest strengths, those are the things that they do very well. So he's honed. Honed means hone your skills. It means you've practiced skills in the action genre by decades, so many, many years of making action movies. Flawlessly means without any problems, without any mistakes. So he was a good fit as a director to make this movie, basically. All right. Antonio, I'm going to mute you because I hear some noise in the background. Thank you. His impressive ear So they're talking again about Black, the director. His impressive ear for witty dialogue dials the sharp-tongued Tony Stark up to 11 and makes the film regularly laugh out loud hilarious. His long, evident appreciation for winding detective stories keeps the audience guessing at every turn and results in wowing twists. Okay. Let's see. We had Ansh. Do you want to read that part? Ansh?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
Yeah. His impressive ear for witty dialogue dials the sharp tongue Tony Stark up to 11 and makes the film regularly laugh out loud hilarious. His long evident appreciation for the winding detective stories keeps the audience guessing at every turn and the result in a wowing twist.
Yes, great. Okay, so we have some vocabulary to go over here too. His impressive ear, so talking again about the director. So when you have an impressive something, it means it's very good. People are surprised at how good you are. So he has an ear for, if you have an ear for something, that means you can, when you listen to something, like you might have an ear for classical music or something like that, it means you're very good at it. And it takes listening. So in this case, it's witty dialogue. Witty means very funny and sharp and interesting. It's the opposite of like dull or stupid or lame. Okay? So dialogue is when people are talking back and forth. So when the characters are talking and dialoguing back and forth, they are sharp-tongued, or Tony Stark, the Iron Man. He just has a sharp tongue. To me, he says things that like kind of cut to the point, and maybe they are very they just really show his character as a very smart person and very quick to say things to somebody. And it dials it up to 11. I don't know if people have seen the movie Spinal Tap, but this is a reference to that. If you dial something up to 11, that's just a phrase that means it goes beyond 10. So 10 is usually the maximum for the volume. But if you go to 11, it just means it's really awesome. So if you hear that up to 11, it just means that it's awesome. And it's laugh out loud hilarious. So that means funny. Let's see. So yeah, twists. So it has some wowing twists. So different things in a detective. You're always watching things and you get new surprises, and so this is what this reviewer is saying, that there's always these twists and turns and they're wowing. It makes you go, wow, I didn't know that was going to happen. So that's what he's saying was very satisfying about the movie. That's why this reviewer likes it. His lengthy history with buddy movies keeps all of Tony's relationships fresh, meaningful, and fun. From time spent with Pepper and Rhodey to a random kid, Ty Simpkins, he meets while investigating a possible terrorist attack in Tennessee. The film succeeds simply by being a Shane Black film. Okay, Pedro, you want to read?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
His lengthy history with buddy moves keeps all of Tony's relationships fresh, meaningful, and fun. From time spent with Pepper and Rhodey to a random kid, Ty Simpkins, he meets while investigating a possible terrorist attack in Tennessee. The film succeeded simply by being a Shane Black film.
Okay, good. And you just watched this movie yesterday, Pedro?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, well, we're going
to
ask you some questions in a minute here, so hold on. And Amparo said that she said it, saw it also. Okay, so buddy movies. Buddy, that means your friend. Your buddy is your friend. So he's just talking here about how the main character, the director keeps the relationships going with all the different characters fresh, meaningful, and fun. So no matter which one it was, if it was the girl, Pepper, or Rhodey, the dialogue and all of that keeps the relationships up in the movie. So, and that's why he thinks that because this guy, Shane Black, is so good. Shane Black, again, is the director. Black's a newcomer, so he's a newcomer. If you're new to something, it means it's your first time of doing something, or it's one of your first times. Black's a newcomer to the large-scale, CGI-heavy action sequences, but what he presents in the field is without question the best of all the Marvel Studios solo films. While Joss Whedon certainly raised the bar high with his 30-minute long battle between superheroes and aliens at the end of the Avengers, Iron Man 3 is stunningly comparable. Okay, Aisha.
Black's a newcomer to the large-scale, CGI-heavy action sequences, but what he presents in the field is without question the best of all the Marvel Studios solo films. While Joss Whedon certainly raised the bar high with his 20-minute long battle between superheroes and aliens at the end of the Avengers, Iron Man 3 is
Stunningly
comparable.
Yeah, that's right. Stunningly. Yeah. Yeah. So, newcomer. So what that means here is because they told us in this article that this guy Black has only made a couple of movies in the last 17 years. He has not worked with the CGI heavy action sequences. So what that means is computer-generated images. That's what CGI stands for. Computer-generated images. So if you see movies like The Hobbit, Avengers, all of those things, a lot of action, that's all been created by computers. It's not obviously happening with real people. So, but this director hasn't really used that much. He's a newcomer to that, so his first time. To raise the bar high. So they're talking about this guy Joss Whedon, who was the director of the Avengers. He raised the bar high. That means somebody has their something on. I don't know who it is. Can you guys all mute yourself? I think it's okay. There you go. All right. I was hearing an echo, my voice. All right. So to raise the bar high means you put the bar really high where other people might not be able to get it. It means you put it so high that the next person who's going to try, they might not be able to do as well as you did. So when somebody, usually you hear this phrase, raise the bar high, like if you're talking about Olympic athletes or movie stars or singers, somebody who's just done something really well, they say they've just raised the bar higher even or something. So yeah. So I guess at the Avengers, that you had to watch a 30-minute long battle, huh? Superheroes and aliens. That's very something that guys would like, I bet. Okay. And it's stunningly comparable. So I guess there's something in Iron Man 3 at the end that is very stunningly comparable. It means very, very much reminiscent, or you can compare it to the awesomeness of the end of the Avengers. All right. From a missile attack on Tony's palatial Malibu home to a strike on Air Force One to a firefight at a dockyard, the movie is littered with massive set pieces with smaller scale action sequences in between just to keep moviegoers' hearts racing at all times. Okay, Amparo.
From the missile attack on Tony's palatial Malibu home to a strike on Air Force One to a firefight at a dockyard, the movie is littered with massive set pieces with smaller scale action sequences in between just to keep moviegoers' hearts racing at all times.
Yeah. Was your heart racing at all times? So this is just describing a little bit of all the different action scenes. So a missile attack. Palatial just describes his house, huge, like a big palace or a castle or something like that. So he must have had a huge Malibu home. Malibu is in California on the coast. Strike on Air Force One. Air Force One is the president's airplane, private airplane, a firefight at a dockyard. So just all these things. The movie is littered with. That just means there's lots of different of these sets and action scenes throughout the movie. So it's littered with throughout, okay? And it's all to keep the moviegoers' hearts racing. So that means basically you want to keep everybody excited and wait what happen next. So you're like on the edge of your seat. Iron Man 3 is the rare sequel that feels like it's grown out of a perfect understanding of what worked and what didn't in the previous films. It embraces the universe it lives in without exploiting it or letting it weigh down the story, and offers its hero a personal, dangerous challenge without ever losing its popcorn charm. Okay. All right, Daniel, let's see how your mic is working now.
Okay.
That's good, yeah?
Okay. Iron Man 3 is a rare sequence that feels like it's grown out of a perfect understanding of what worked and what didn't in the previous film. It embraces the universe it lives in without exploiting it or letting it weigh down the story, and offers its hero a personal, dangerous challenge without ever losing the popcorn charm.
Popcorn charm, yeah. All right, so sequel, you guys might know, remember, some people, just means the movie that was made after the first one. So usually there's the first movie and then the sequels come after it, and a lot of times they're not as good as the first one. A lot of times people really love the first movie, but then later the other ones, they kind of aren't as good. But this is why he's calling it, it's rare. So it's rare, or it doesn't happen very often that the sequels are actually better or as good as the first movie. But he's saying that he thinks it's good as the first one, because they learned what worked and what didn't. So what was good in the other movies and what wasn't very good in the other movies. And they're able to keep going with the story without letting it be weighed down. So when you it means you just like make it heavy and you just make it worse, really. So they don't do that. So they keep it you know, dangerous, and he has a lot of challenges still, but it's also has popcorn charm. So that means people like it. They're sitting there eating their popcorn, and it's funny, they're laughing, but they're also being very excited. So who is writing the review basically likes it very much. Beyond the pressures of being the follow-up to the Avengers, the movie is the first film in Marvel's Phase 2 plans and has the responsibility of setting the pace for what's to come. We can only hope that what they come up with going forward is even half as incredible. Okay, let's see, Edinson? Your microphone is muted.
Okay, teacher, I heard you.
There you go.
Yes, I heard you.
Okay, do you want to read?
Okay, Science Beyond, true?
Beyond the pressures.
Beyond the pressures of being, beyond the pressures of being the follow-up to the Avengers, the movies is the first film in Marvel Phase 2 plans and has the responsibility of setting the pace for what's to come. We can only hope that what they come up with going forward is even half as incredible.
Yeah. Beyond the pressure. So the pressure means how you feel when you're supposed to do something and you're kind of nervous, so you're feeling pressure. So the Avengers was the most recent movie of Marvel Studios, and it was very popular, very famous. A lot of people really liked it. And so this Iron Man 3 was the next movie after that. So there was a lot of pressure to be good. I don't really know what this Phase 2 is, but I guess they have plans for the next movies coming up with all of these different superhero characters. And so it had the responsibility of the pace. When you set the pace, it means you're going to basically set it up what people can expect. So what else can we expect from Marvel Studios? What kinds of movies are going to start coming out? And so he hopes that they'll be even half as incredible. So that's just another way of saying he hopes they'll be just at least as good as this movie because it was so good. Okay. So I don't think that we're going to have time to read this next one, but let me just tell you, there's this is about the Big Wedding, or Big Wedding. It's a movie. Has anybody seen this movie, Big Wedding? It has like Diane Keaton and Robert De Niro and stuff like that. It's a new American movie. But I thought the first line was pretty funny. The premise at the heart of the Big Wedding is stupid. So that's you basically can tell from the beginning that this review is not a positive review. He says later, it's an idiotic story. So if you guys are interested, you guys could read that one. But right now, for the last 10 minutes, why don't we just talk a little bit, because we have a couple of people who have seen Iron Man 3, and we'll just talk about some movies in general. So, Amparo, tell us how you liked the movie Iron Man 3.
I like it. I haven't seen the two movies before, but I like this movie. It was very funny. It's about a superhero that failed like another people, common people. Yeah, and it was very funny. The dialogues during the movie.
So, did you watch the movie in English, or did you watch it? Was it dubbed into Spanish?
Watching in Spanish because I was with to the cinema with my nephews.
Oh, okay.
And nieces. Yeah.
Do you like it too?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. How old were your nephews?
From 12 to 15, 17.
Yeah, that's a good age for that kind of movie, huh? So it's not just for guys then. Girls can like it too. Women can like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very funny.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. Okay, Pedro, tell us what you thought about it.
Yeah, you said it's not only for guys. So when I was sitting and waiting for the movie to start, I watched it on English and 3D. These couple of girls came in with Marvel t-shirts like Captain America and Thor. It was really funny. And the only thing I think that the movie lacked is the AC/DC soundtrack, the band, you know?
Yeah.
Because Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2 had the AC/DC soundtracks, but Iron Man 3 didn't have any of the AC/DC songs. But the movie is awesome. The action, the funny parts, all of it, it's awesome.
But
it's a well-spent money.
Have you did you see the other ones or no?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Okay. Which
Avengers, Thor, from Iron Man or Marvel in overall?
From all of them, which one have you liked the best?
I guess Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. Oh, okay. Yeah. Good. All right. So nobody else has seen this movie. Does anybody want to see this movie now? Aisha, would you go see this movie?
I don't think so, but the Big Wedding, I will see the movie.
Yeah, that's me too.
Because I saw the Diane Keaton interview at Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah.
And she was so funny.
Yeah, Diane Keaton's great. It's kind of funny because if you take time to read this article, it won't take you very long if you're just reading it by yourself. It just takes longer because I'm explaining so much stuff. But
yeah, we were reading.
Yeah. So if you read it by yourself, you'll see that this guy he talks about it. He doesn't like it very much, but some people will probably think it's fine. There's lots of very famous actors and actresses in the movie, so sometimes just watching them, it's fun anyways, even if the story is not that great.
Yeah, and I saw the trailer. It looks funny. I don't know why you don't like it, but maybe
Yeah.
like Iron Man 3, so that's why.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, everybody has their different tastes.
Yeah.
Ansh, would you go see Iron Man 3? Cinda?
Hello.
Yes. Do you like movies, action movies like Iron Man 3?
Yeah, actually, I have seen Avengers, and it's a really great movie. And I think I would like to go.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, I think
Antonio,
I would
I
like to
muted
go.
you because we hear background noise.
Yes.
Yeah, we hear the echo when you have your microphone on. You can leave it off right now because you can just turn it on when you're going to talk. Okay, go ahead, Ansh.
Yeah, I would like to watch the Iron Man 3 because I think it would be great, because I have seen, Iron Man in the Avengers, and it was great to see him. And it was great to see all superheroes, Thor and Iron Man, Captain America,
Yeah.
and all superheroes.
Yeah. All right, good. Daniel, what about you? Do you like these kind of movies, the action movies?
Yes, very awesome.
Yeah. What kind of action movies do you like? Which ones have you seen lately?
Okay.
What action movies do you like?
That's like okay, let me think. James Bond.
Have you seen the Avengers?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Did it come out in China?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yes, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know if it did or not.
I'm a
Edinson,
little.
go ahead, Daniel.
Hi, teacher.
I'm fine.
Edinson, did you see the Avengers?
The Avengers, I don't see it.
Oh yeah, because you don't like action movies.
Yes, but others, for example, Terminator 2.
Oh, okay, those kind. Okay, not the superhero kind.
No, no exactly superhero except Superman.
Superman, yeah. Okay, good. All right, Julissa, what about you? What kind of movies do you prefer?
I prefer comedies, drama, animated, and what else? Horror too. I like horror.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Would you see the Big Wedding movie or would you see Iron Man 3?
The Big Wedding.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't like the superhero movies.
Yeah, you don't like those? Okay. Antonio, what kind of movies do you like?
In my case, I like some documentaries, horror, fiction too. But I don't like this movie. I don't mind. For me, I don't like it.
Not your cup of tea, we could say.
I prefer Predator. Predator 1, Predator versus Aliens.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, for me it's better.
Yeah.
But Iron Man sounds funny. Don't sound funny.
Yeah, doesn't interest you so much. Yada, what about you? What are your favorite?
Actually, I prefer drama and comedy, but I like to science fiction like Star Wars, Señor de los Anillos, I don't remember. Ring of Love.
Okay.
I like that kind of movie too, but I prefer drama.
Drama
and comedy.
and comedy. Yeah, you like
Yeah.
French movies too, you said, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you watch French movies, are you watching them dubbed or in French with subtitles, or how are they?
No, I prefer what's in
Yeah.
French with
Oh, okay.
subtitles.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the French,
Yes, I really like it.
some French movies too. Yeah. Okay, Pedro, tell us what's your favorite. Do you like other movies besides the Marvel movies, or are those your favorite?
I gonna say the Marvel movies are my favorite because it has Spider-Man, Thor, Hulk, all the big guys, you know.
Yeah.
But like Yara said, I also like Star Wars, Star Trek. I like all the fiction movies and terror horror movies too.
What about like the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit and that
Oh
kind of
my
stuff?
God, yes. Oh my God, yes. The Hobbit was awesome.
Yeah.
It was last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome. Can't wait to the next one.
Yeah. Do you like movies that have a lot of those CGI scenes where there's a lot of
Yeah,
computer stuff, computer
yeah.
graphics?
Curious too, like Game of Thrones. They have a lot of those.
Mm. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for coming and reading. That was fun. Aisha, if you want a certain type of a grammar class, I could put together some grammar classes. I'm just going to give you my main philosophy, though, is this is it. This is what you're doing. To learn English, you're doing it right now because you're speaking, you're reading, you're talking, and that's what you do in English just like you do in French. So you're just going to get better doing more and more of it. Sometimes it's fun to study specific phrases and that kind of stuff, but if you take it from real life reading and emails and watching TV and watching movies, that's probably going to be the best and the quickest way and also the funnest way. So whatever you find fun. So if you like doing grammar exercises, that can be fun too. I like doing those sometimes. But I know that sometimes it can seem like you're not learning as much, but the more you keep doing this, you're just going to remember, oh yeah, what's that ambitious, and oh, what's that, what she says, the bar is being set high, that kind of stuff. You're just going to learn it automatically. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so now if you want to speak, come to my next class because that's what we're going to be doing. Otherwise, maybe you'll go do something else.
See you next.
Yeah, see
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Later. Bye.